I live in an area of high migration with a massive strain on services, schools and etc. How would things change for me and my family, or in and out, in or out?
I don't think they'd change very much. If you look at European countries that are outside the European Union, Switzerland has 5 times the number of migrants per head of population. Norway, far higher levels of migration. And part of that is because something we used to talk about a lot, but we don't very much now, dependency ratio. So the number of active people working, paying taxes, which is essential to keep services going, is going to decline across the whole of Europe by 10%. That's 50 million people by 2060. And the amount of people retired, thank God people are living longer and, living healthier lives. The amount of people retired is due to nearly double. So that's one of the reasons, incidentally, that Japan, that thought they could manage for all kinds of reasons without bringing any labour in, have changed their mind on it. So I think in terms of the promise that if we get out of Europe, tank our economy, it will solve an immigration problem, I think it's certainly an excessive way to try to tackle it, but I don't think it would work anyway.
So Brian, what are the kind of problems that you think you've been facing because of immigration with your family?
School places, 215 applicants for 75 school places on on 2 different schools, 3-week waits for doctors' appointments, no dentists. You tell us how that betters us down here, our family. I'm all for people helping themselves and wanting a better life, etc. But the cold hard fact is, if it's on the back of my family, then it's not right for me.
I understand that, Brian, but listen, the problem is at Westminster, it's at Whitehall, it's not at Brussels. The problem is how you provide a sufficiency of school places. Sarah Wollaston, who's someone I very much admire, who's a GP and was the chair of the Health Select Committee, has come over to our campaign today because all of this rubbish about it will improve the NHS to leave. The problem with the NHS is we only spent 6% of our wealth on it, whereas the European average is 9%. And that there are problems where there are no migrants whatsoever. And in terms of school places and the help that should be given, we had something called a migration impact